Universal Sports Hall Arena in Moscow, the home of the defending EuroLeague champions, CSKA, as they get ready to take on Armani Jeans Milan. You're looking at Milano there in their white with the red trim. And, Gail, this is a team that has completely remade their roster.
Well, Mark, they really have. There's only two players that were on the team last year, and they've just come with a whole new team, new coach, and it's going to be difficult. They're going in here to Moscow here. Moscow, of course, the defending champions. They also have won 16 straight Euro wins at home over the last 2 years.
Here's a look at that starting lineup, and not a man in that starting lineup was on this club 1 year ago. Now, CSKA has kept their same major core as they've won 2 of the last 3 championships. They have made a couple of key moves. No longer Theo Papaloukas, no more David Anderson, or also Marcus Gorey, who was a one-year wonder for them. But they have certainly bolstered things.
Yeah, they really have. They've added Morris, of course, who was all-Euro first team last year. And then Lorbek comes over from Roma, who is a good center, down low, post-play player, and we see him jumping the ball there.
So Lorbeck gets the opening tip. Moscow, wearing their red uniforms with a blue trim, will control it on the first possession. J.R. Holden, a man who's been a member of this team for so long, and an easy back cut for a layup. Trajan Lэngdon, a EuroLeague Final Four MVP from a season ago.
Wow, that was a complete breakdown defensively. And then these two teams met in the preseason game. Of course, CSKA won handily. And Lэngdon is, of course, he's a real tough player.
There, the drive off the window won't go. The tip back from Mike Hall is taken down on the rebound by Terrence Morris. Played for Maccabi a year ago and was an all-EuroLeague first-teamer, giving CSKA 3 men on this year's team who were first-team all-EuroLeaguers from a year ago. Of course, Trajan Lэngdon and Šишkaускas, the others. A tough runner won't go for Holden, and a rebound taken away by Sangare, who will bring it up himself.
Well, I think it's real important here for Armani Jeans to get off to a good start. You know, with the new format, only playing 10 ball games in your group, it's really important to come out of the blocks here, and because, again, there's only 10 games in your group.
Tape Sal, a first-year player for Milano, who actually played parts of 3 seasons in the NBA with Toronto from the 04-05 season through 06-07. All the way across to Lэngdon, spotting up for 3. It's what he does best.
Yeah, he really is, Mark. The guy is just a tremendous shooter. He's actually shooting 60% from three-point range in the Russian league this year so far. He's a guy you cannot leave open.
Sangare trying to break things down. Sends it back out from Mike Hall. Around it out on the 3. Lorbeck pulls down the rebound. We'll be seeing Savrasенko a little bit later on. The Russian big man missed most of last year, now back. And a beautiful stroke from on top.
Well, CSKA looks real good offensively right here. They're knocking down some shots. They're getting a lot of movement off the ball. They're moving the basketball, doing everything well offensively.
And then a turnover. It was intended for Sal, but went right into the hands of the CSKA defenders, who lead it now 7-2 in the opening 2.5 minutes. And a great defensive play out in the passing lane. David Hawkins slams it down to convert the steal.
Well, Hawkins, of course, played at Roma last year. Played with Lorbeck. Is a very good defensive player and excellent on the steals. Is always in the top 10 in EuroLeague basketball in the steal category.
Lэngdon guarded tightly by Hawkins this time. Lorbeck kicks it out across for Holden, spotting up for 3. Does not draw iron, and the ball will go over to Milano.
Well, Holden had a great look that time. I always thought he was a streaky shooter, but, you know, he only needs 18 points to become the 3rd player in EuroLeague basketball to go over the 2,000-point mark. Very experienced player, very quick. Not considered really a great offensive player, but he helps you on the defensive end.
The only other 2 being Luis Scola, now in the NBA, and Marcus Brown, who just signed with Maccabi. Chance for an offensive rebound here. Now Hawkins resetting things, down by 3. Coming up on 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Trying the entry down low. It was tipped away by Šишkaускas. It will remain Milano ball, 9 on the shot clock.
CSKA has always been known as a great defensive team. If you're going to play it off for Messina, Coach Messina, you have to play defense. And they're very, very good hands here we're seeing here by CSKA on the defensive end.
CSKA's made 6 straight EuroLeague Final Fours, winning 2 of the last 3 titles. There's Tomas, guarded tightly by Šишkauskas, and he didn't get the shot off in time. So a shot clock violation sends the ball back to CSKA.
Yeah, Milano looks to be struggling a little offensively. Of course, CSKA can do that too. As I mentioned, they're a great defensive team, but Milano, again, with all 5 new players, is his first game of the season, so you would expect it to be a little out of sync on the offensive end.
Šишkauskas tried to find Lorbek down low. It was broken up by David Hawkins, so CSKA will have it underneath. Längdon triggers it in. Morris can't shoot that one, and he drills his second perimeter jumper of the day. That just inside the arc for a 2.
Wow, great look. A lot of time. No defensive player within 6 feet of him, so he just took his time, knocked it down. And Morrис, a great versatile player, can play the power forward or the small forward position.
Joby Thomas misses the quick trigger shot, and it'll go over to CSKA.
And Milano looks to be having trouble offensively at getting the ball to drop a little bit. CSKA, on the other hand, is shooting the ball very, very well early on.
Here's Holden bringing it across. Šишkauskas enters down on the block. Morris fouled by Hawkins. Hawkins, a very tough and rugged defender, but gives up a lot of size in that matchup.
Yeah, he really does. Again, he's athletic, as you said, but he's also very strong and powerful. Morris, though, has about 5 inches on him, so if he gets the ball in down low at that post position, which CSKA is trying to do, it puts Hawkins at a real disadvantage.
Quick release by Trajan Längdon. He buries his second 3 of the game. He leads all scorers with 8 points.
Yeah, just a great outside perimeter shooter. Also a very good defensive player, as we see him on the ball right here. But he moves well without the basketball, makes himself attractive to receive that pass. And like you said, he has a great release.
A tough step-back jumper for David Hawkins, his second hoop of the game. Got 4 points.
Well, Hawkins was with Roma last year, did very, very well. Like I said, he's a very good offensive, probably the best offensive player that Roma has.
Šишkauskas with a nice up and under leaning move pushes the CSKA lead back up to 8.
CSKA has getting a lot of movement off the ball. Šишkauskas has got great position coming from the weak side in the post area, and really had an easy opportunity once he got the ball.
Hawkins working on Längdon, spins and goes to the turnaround. Bank won't go. Rebound tipped around. Now it's Längdon to bring it up for CSKA. Hawkins will now guard Längdon and brings it out on top to Morris.
Now we're seeing a little bit of pressure here on the offensive end, but Längdon goes right around Hawkins
and draws the foul. Hawkins up tight on Längdon, and Längdon was able to take it right past him. First time out of the game. Week 1 EuroLeague action here on ESPN. 14-6 in favor of the defending champion, CSKA. CSKA Moscow with Terrence Morris, one of their 3 key new additions, out in the first step of the defense of their EuroLeague championship from a season ago. This is Trajan Längdon, and a rare miss from the free throw line for Längdon. A pure shooter from any spot on the floor. 88% in EuroLeague play last year from the line.
Well, he's just absolutely a great pure shooter. He's in balance. He has a nice release, good follow through. And I like what CSKA's doing on the offensive end. They're getting a lot of movement off the ball. They're getting good high percentage shots. And if they get those good high percentage shots, they're going to knock them down.
Quick release from deep from Tomas won't go. So one thing Tomas can really do, the reason why he was brought over to Armani Jeans Milan for that shooting ability so far, has not been able to connect. 15-6 is the CSKA lead. On the wing, it's Morris. Down for Lorbek, who goes quickly to the basket and lays it in.
Boy, he went right around Saul that time. CSKA, they lost David Anderson, who could come outside and shoot the perimeter shot from last year's championship team, but they went out and got Lorbek, and of course Savrasenko, who coming off the bench here in a little while. So they got I think a little bit stronger underneath in the paint area with the 2 big men.
Trajan Längdon fouling Hokkins there as he made the dive down to the block to receive the ball. First foul on Längdon. And it will be before the shot, so it'll be Milano ball underneath. They just need somebody to take it in. There we go. Massimo Bulleri just into the game, the on and off the court leader for Armani Jeans Milan.
Well, he's the one player here on Milano who does bring a lot of experience. He's been in the league for some time, and he really had a lot of success in the league.
Mike Hall, tough turnaround, and the rebound to J.R. Holden.
Yeah, not a good shot that time. That selection, that decision by Hall. Falling away.
Put it in the hands of Zoran Planic, one of the new additions for CSKA this year. Came over from Tau Ceramica from Vitoria, Spain. And of course, had a couple-year stint in the NBA. And he turns the ball over.
Yeah, Planic, of course, had was with the New Jersey Nets in the NBA for 2 or 3 years, and he's got good size. And when Papaloukas returned home with Olympiacos down in Athens, CSKA quickly went out and signed Planic as the third or reserve guard.
Rebound, Terrence Morris, as CSKA looks to consolidate this now 11-point advantage. Under 2.5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Mark Brown along with Gail Goodrich on the opening week of the EuroLeague basketball season. That's the second time Längdon got open underneath, but had it stripped away on the way up. And the last touch by CSKA.
Well, Längdon, again, working very well without the basketball. Went with the back cut to the basket. Milano Jeans are having trouble talking down low on that pick between the center and the guard.
Valero running the point. Gives to Hawkins on top. Planic will try to contain him. It actually looks like they've gone to some sort of a zone here.
Yep, 2-3 zone, Mark.
Tried to force it inside. Bad decision by Katelinus just in off the bench. Nobody open in there.
And another turnover by Milano. Milano's going to be in this ball game. They got to play really good, strong basketball. No turnovers.
And there is Lorbek again operating on the block. He will pick up the foul on Pape Sao.
Well, we're going to see here the fake and watch the drop step that he does. There it is right there, the drop step. Oh, absolutely a foul. I don't know what Saul was thinking about there, voicing an opinion. It was clearly a foul, an easy call by the official.
And now picks up his second foul, so a bit of foul trouble up front for Armani Jeans Milano, the native of Senegal, Pape Sao. Parts of 3 seasons with the Toronto Raptors.
And Milano now goes into a 3 zone.
Planic gets into a seam and kicks out for Morris. Terrence Morris buries a 3. He's hit 3 jumpers tonight and now has 7 points.
CSKA has got too many shooters. I don't think Milano wants to stay in that 2-3 zone for too long, because CSKA, they just move the basketball. They're going to get a good high percentage shot. They got too many good shooters, particularly outside shooters, in Längdon and Morris.
Pull up short from on top by Tomas, and now CSKA pushing it the other way. Armani Jeans Milano is back. And there, near turnover. Hawkins couldn't quite control it. And CSKA will keep the ball. There, a look at Mindaugas Katelinus, one of only 2 men held over from last year's Armani Jeans Milano team. Massimo Bulleri, the longtime team leader. The rest of the roster, 10 men turned over completely. Lorbeck stepping out and hits the mid-range jumper.
And so far we've seen Lorbeck, the versatility, the ability to go down low and work at the post position, and then of course the step outside and hit the jumper on the pick and pop.
Joby Thomas can't hit, a little leaner. Final 30 seconds of the first quarter. And a palming violation on J.R. Holden.
Boy, what a rare call that is these days. Well, so far in this first quarter, it's been all CSKA. 22-6, we can see Milano not making shots. CSKA just the opposite, pretty much hitting everything that they've put up.
Mason Rocca also into the game now in white, wearing number 12 for Armani Jeans Milan. Here's Bulleri with the ball. Tries to force it inside. It was tipped away by Lorbek. Intended for Rocca. Rocca played his college ball at Princeton just about a decade ago now. And there's Mordenke just into the game. Sharpshooter. Buries a three in the final seconds of quarter number 1. Planitage will fire to beat the buzzer, and it will fall away. 1 quarter in the books. CSKA with a 22-9 lead, heading for the... Well, an outstanding quarter number 1 in game 1 of CSKA's defense of their 2008 EuroLeague title. Mark Brown, along with Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich, a 22-9 CSKA advantage over visiting Armani Jeans Milan. And on the very first possession of the second quarter, Milano turns it over.
Well, CSKA, of course, shot very, very well in this first half. The first quarter. 85% for twos, 60% for threes versus Milano that only shot 25% from the floor. So, and each team had 5 turnovers. So CSKA really has dominated here in the first quarter.
Alexei Savrassenko gets his first touch, and he walked with the basketball.
Savrassenko was out all last year with a shoulder injury, and he's big and strong in there in that center position, and he just loses the ball there.
David Hawkins uses a screen from Rocca. Near steal by Šишkaускas. They go back inside. Rocca pitches it out. Hawkins trying to make something happen on the drive. And then Katelinas had his shot blocked by Terrence Morris. Morris, one of the fine shot blockers on the continent.
Well, he was all defensive Euro first team last year. Led the EuroLeague in rebounding. And again, just a fine all-around player and a great pickup for CSKA over the summer.
Patience by Längdon to let the double team sort of melt away, and then draws his second foul going to the basket.
Well, we see the versatility of Längdon. We know he's a great outside shooter. Milano comes up tight on him to take that away, and he goes around him and then pulls up for the short little jumper.
It's the first free throw, first player of the game to double digits, now with 10 points.
You know, we failed to sort of realize that, you look back at Längdon when he had a great career at Duke, and coming into the NBA, he was drafted ahead of Ginobili, Artest, Karolinko. So, he's been around, and he's really found a home here in Moscow.
Bulleri hits a little pull-up to get himself on the board. Längdon, I mean, he didn't have a lot of point production in the 3 seasons in the NBA. Only played about 120 games, but his shooting percentages were very good. He shot the 3 at nearly 40%, was 47, 48% from the field in the NBA, but has had the bulk of his career overseas.
Yeah, he really has. Like I said, he's found a home in Moscow, and he's just been super for them since coming over. In 06, he was all Euro second team. The last year he was first team all Euro, and of course he was the MVP in the Final Four last year when CSKA took it all.
Planitage handling it out front.
Good step out there on the defensive end.
And will fire away, short on the 3. And Bulleri pulls down the rebound. Decides to take it himself from on top. Offensive rebound slipped right through the hands of Katelinas.
Milano, I'd like to see them give a little bit more movement on the offensive end. They're taking the quick shot, outside shot, and that's exactly playing into the hands of CSKA.
Victor Hryapa into the game in red, wearing number 31 for CSKA. This is Längdon trying to create off the dribble and somehow draws the foul on Bulleri. That's incredible. Gail, he had given up his dribble, had no shot, and still drew a foul.
Yeah, and again, what causes that is the fact that he can really shoot the basketball, and you got to get up on him. And here we see him going one-on-one. He draws him, gets up in the air. Bulleri goes for the fake, and then Längdon just steps in a little bit, leans in, draws the foul.
Now the veteran Bulleri in his 10th professional season has 3 fouls.
He's just been in there, too. I mean, he hasn't had just a few minutes of playing time.
And Lэngdon continues to pile up the points. He's got a dozen right now. And has missed 2 free throws, though, amazingly. Armani Jeans Milan is able to clear it away. Mordenke out front. Dangerous shooter. Šишkaускас is on him. Tomas lets fly.
Milano's just not getting anything going to the basket. Nothing underneath, nothing in the paint area. It's all outside. And CSKA is just getting up on the shooter. And as a result, Milano is just not shooting the basketball well. They're shooting under pressure, and they're not shooting a very good percentage. That's the reason why they're down 25-11.
This is Hryapa out front. Lэngdon on the wing, looking to enter down low, and they're going to get an offensive foul on CSKA. Looks like Arizem Lorbek back in the game, and he picks up the personal. Sangaре starts the offense. Katelinas back over on top. Tomas, and now it's Mordenke. Katelinas the drive and hits the tough shot, going left, shooting with the right.
Well, Katelinas, of course, is a very athletic type player. We saw the athleticism that time, and you know, at 6'9", to put the ball on the floor and come from that forward position all the way to the basket, he showed that he has the athletic skills to be a fine player.
Lorbeck down low, double team, tried to get it across to Planinik, and it was taken away by Tomas. Tomas pushing between 2 defenders and fouled by Zoran Planinik. 25-13, CSKA with the lead at home over Armani Jeans Milan. EuroLeague basketball on ESPN. Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of EuroLeague basketball. The opening week of the 2008-09 season. Mark Brown along with Gail Goodrich. 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Armani Jeans Milan down, but shaving the lead a bit on that Marco Mordente three-pointer.
Marco is just a great outside shooter. And has not, he's been in EuroLeague action the last couple of years, but has not got a lot of playing time. Came over from Benetton Teresa last year, and but he can shoot the basketball.
That is J.R. Holden getting to the basket and finishing, and now we'll have a chance for a three-point play. Now just 16 points away of that 2,000 mark in EuroLeague competition.
Well, here he is driving. We take another look. It goes all the way. No one steps in front of him, and he's able to get all the way to the rim. You know, we might add that CSKA is really playing very good basketball right now. You know, they're doing it without Smolis. Smolis, of course, is out with an ankle injury, and we're not going to see him here tonight. But he has been a big part of CSKA's team last year, and has had a great career in EuroLeague action. And, of course, he's not even in there tonight, but CSKA is just dominating this ballgame.
Natjas Smolis with the 16-year professional and a 4th year with CSKA, and basically 2 championships in his 3 prior seasons. He's a big part of it. They're the foul on Zoran Planinik.
Yeah, he kept trailing the play. Zoran, you know, goes underneath him on the shot. Not a good foul. He had already released. He was out of position. Probably should go ahead and let him take that shot and keep him off the line.
Tomas gets to the line for 2. His first 2 points, I think, actually 3, because that was a 3-point attempt.
Yeah, you don't ever want to foul anybody in a 3-point game. Make him make the shot.
And he gets them all. Played at UNC Charlotte from 98 to 2002 in NCAA basketball in the United States. Lэngdon on top, quickly to Holden, open for 3. That one won't go. Planinik the rebound. And a fresh shot clock for CSKA.
Well, Milano's in the 2-3 zone, falling back, but CSKA's just moving the basketball, getting a lot of good opportunities here on the offensive end.
J.R. Holden on the drive. Marco Mordente commits the foul.
We're going to shoot him.
Bonus situation.
JR is 32 years old. He's also found a home here in Moscow. Of course, grew up in the Pittsburgh area in the United States, so went to Bucknell, but has become a Russian citizen.
Yep. Plays for the national team and has clearly found a home at CSKA now in his 7th season. Every year he's been on the team, they have gone to the EuroLeague Final Four, and with the big payoff, winning the championships 2 of the last 3 seasons.
Well, he's a very good defensive player. He's solid, he's quick, good team player. Doesn't try to do anything he can't do, and really sort of runs the offense for CSKA.
Little full court pressure yields a turnover for CSKA as they look to add to their 11-point lead. Holden with Sangaare on him. Holden into the lane, kicks it out. And a deep 3 is good. Victor Hryapa gets his first basket, makes it a 14-point lead.
That was a tough shot. The defensive player was right up on him and took his time, got set, and drilled it.
There's Hryapa. Second stint with CSKA, and also played in the NBA with Portland and Chicago.
Good, solid, quality player. And at the small forward position, along with Terrence Morris, they really solidified that position.
Pepe Sao hits the floor after grabbing the rebound. Now he needs a friend. He was able to get it out of bounds off of the hands of Hryapa. So it'll stay Armani Jeans Milan basketball. Still 21 seconds on the shot clock.
But here he loses his balance on the floor. CSKA wisely not fouling him. And fortunately, we went off a CSKA player.
Sangaare has it knocked away by Hryapa. Now has it back. Gets some room for the jumper on top and hits.
Yeah, nice play that time by Sangaare. Understanding the mismatch and using his quickness to get the medium range jumper. Went up strong and made the shot.
First basket of the game for Johan Sangaare. Oh, Planic tried the around the back pass to try to find Lorbek. It was knocked out by Mordente, so it'll still be CSKA ball.
Yeah, Planic really should have gone right to the hoop there. He was right there. You know, at 6'5", 6'6". He's strong enough. He just take it right to the hoop. Made the extra pass. Nice to be unselfish, but that time a little bit too much.
Nicholas Zisis just into the game right now, has the basketball for CSKA. Working against Thomas. Gets by and kicks it out. Holden sends it out beyond the arc. Hryapa hits a 3.
Great ball movement by CSKA. The drive, the kick, the drive again, and the kick. The second time, wide open jump shot. No one close. Just took his time, Hryapa. And again, knocks down the perimeter shot.
2 3-pointers off the bench for Victor Hryapa. Sangaare gives to Mordente. Quick release from on top. Back iron. Battle for the rebound. Taken away by Joby Thomas.
Good hustle play that time by Thomas. Milano get in another set.
Down low, Pepe Sao is hit from behind. That is Lorbeck, so he will pick up the foul.
Good idea by Lorbeck, but just got a little bit too aggressive. No need to make Pepe make his move. He's not really a threat at that position with the ball.
Itor Messina, who has taken CSKA to the next level. He took over a successful program that had been to the Final Four for 3 years running, but hadn't gotten any farther past that. Then has won 2 EuroLeague titles in his 3 seasons as head coach. This is new Armani Jeans Milano head coach Piero Bucci.
Yeah, and he's got a tough task ahead of him. This is an entire new team. They've all come together, haven't been together very long here, and now he's got to bring this team together. There's a lot of question marks of how they're going to fit, develop the chemistry. It's a tough job for Bulleri.
There's Sal looking to salvage the final free throw, and he's able to do it. 3 points on the night for Pepe Sao. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the first half in a game that's been controlled from the outset by the defending champions from Moscow. Šишkauskas's got an early hoop. He's got the ball now, but we haven't heard much from him since. Out there with Sal on him. Hrapa inside, a beautiful feed for Šишkauskas to lay in.
Boy, that was pretty, Mark. Absolutely great vision. Great unselfishness by Hrapa. Just a beautiful pass when he brought the defense. Šишkauskas slipping underneath, under the basket.
Ramūnas Šишkauskas, the Lithuanian, who is the full season EuroLeague MVP a year ago. Lorbek the steal. Up ahead for Zisis, who lays it in. And it's an 18-point CSKA advantage. Armani Jeans Milan needs a timeout. Welcome back to EuroLeague basketball on ESPN. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Armani Jeans Milan with a basketball. Is getting it handed to him right now by CSKA Moscow, who leads 40-22. David Hawkins almost fell over. Holden scooped it up. Leaves for Šишkauskas, blocked from behind by David Hawkins, but a foul. It wasn't Šишkauskas, it was actually Victor Hrapa, who will earn 2 free throws.
Well, he's getting out and running on the break, but great unselfish. Oh, that looks like a pretty good block to me by Hawkins. I think the official might have anticipated the foul there at that time. I like the block that Hawkins did.
Great play.
Yeah, it really was. But we saw that CSKA getting out on the break and the unselfishness by Holden. Holden is JR, just, he brought the defensive player to him, and then, he could have very easily taken to the hoop, but he got the trailer Hrapa for the layup and ultimately the 2 free throws.
Holden's the number 3 all-time scorer in EuroLeague competition, a long-time veteran. He's also the number 3 man all-time in assists in EuroLeague play. So he is really making his mark in EuroLeague competition. Here's Hawkins inside out for Mordente. Trying to create on the move and can't get the roll. Mike Hall the rebound. Putback won't go.
Well, Armani's just having trouble knocking down shots. Of course, CSKA's putting good pressure. I did like the move there that Mordente did that time. Went up real strong, just missed the shot, but it was a good high percentage shot.
Šишkauskas trying to get baseline, defended well for the moment by Mordente. Now down low, Hrapa kicks out. Great ball movement. Zissis lays it in from Lorбек.
Boy, really nice, Mark. That was going one inside, go in the post place, come back out. There we see in the post, then outside and then there's a cutter. Zissis on the weak side, no one around. Just good basketball.
Well, I got to take that back and give the credit to Savrasенko. He had replaced Lorбек in the lineup and made that beautiful pass. Zissis is double teamed. Gets to Holden. All the way across Šишkauskas. Nice fake. Leaves himself open for a 3.
Well, what we're seeing here is Milano trying to be more aggressive on the defensive end and trying to double team the basketball. But CSKA is moving the ball very well, moving it to the weak side. And we got an offensive foul here on Mordente.
Yep, off the ball, setting an illegal screen.
But CSKA's just really doing a nice job of picking the defense apart that Milano is now throwing at them. Again, they're trying to, being down, they're trying to pick up their defense, be a little bit more aggressive, put more pressure on the ball. But in doing so, CSKA is just wisely moving the basketball, making the extra pass to the weak side.
23-point lead is the largest of the game. Holden misses the pull-up. And now a foul and a rebounding action. Looks like it'll go against Armani Jeans Milan. There's only one red shirt in there, yet he caused enough havoc. It was Savrasенko, and he drew the foul.
Well, Savrasенko is just—he's a good big man, and he just takes up a lot of space in there. Experience. He's a banger. He's a tough cover in there, particularly for Milano. Milano really doesn't have anybody his size to match up.
Shoulder injury a year ago pretty much ruined his season. Was not available for much, if any of it, and he missed out on being on the floor for that second EuroLeague title. And he gets the free throw. 14-year pro from Russia. Played his first 7 professional seasons in Greece with Olympiacos. A 25-point lead. Sangare buries a three in the final moments here of the first half. Holden trying to get the last word into the lane. The runner won't go. And that will do it for the first half of play in Moscow. CSKA with a commanding 49-27 lead over Armani Jeans Milan. You're watching EuroLeague basketball on ESPN. Ready to start the second half. CSKA with a basketball and a commanding 49-27 advantage. Mark Brown along with Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich, as we have seen a team that is certainly out to defend their EuroLeague title and doing it well so far.
Yeah, they really are. It's been all CSKA. They've shot the ball extremely well, shot 76% versus the 35 for Milano, and it's just they've had a great first half, and Lэngdon led the way with 12 and was very active, had 6 free throws, so it's been all CSKA.
David Hawkins misses from deep. 10 for 13 from inside the arc for CSKA, 6 for 10 beyond the arc. Made 11 of their 13 free throws, so just
can't get much better than that, Mark.
You cannot, and they have 12 assists on 16 made baskets. And Gail, you know how hard it is to get credited for an assist here. In EuroLeague action, that is a real statement of how they're running their offense.
Yeah, they really are. They're moving the basketball. They're moving themselves. They're hitting the open man. Holden, of course, had 4 assists, and they are just playing good team basketball. And Morris, we see at the line, who came off a pick down low and actually threw the ball up there with a little running left-hander, and that went in. So, CSKA's doing everything right in this ball game.
Just a minute in, they've extended their lead up to 24. It was 25 for one trip down the floor late in the first half. Step-back jumper is good for David Hawkins, the prolific scorer from Temple University.
Nice one-on-one move, individual move that time by Hawkins. And, Milano's turned the ball over 11 times as well. So that is, of course, a good sign from the defensive aspect of CSKA, but it's also being a little bit careless if you're a Milano fan.
Arizem Lorbek hitting again. He's got 6 points. The Slovenian native played last year in Italy for l'Automatica Roma.
Yeah, he's showing me that he really does have a good outside shot. I didn't think he could shoot the ball that well from any kind of distance, but he's proven me wrong thus far.
Mindaugas Katelinus missing badly from the top of the lane. There's Rokka, who will get the start in the second half after coming off the bench in the first half for Milano. Here's Šишkauskas.
Milano back in a 2-3 zone, which I think is a tough position. Look, they move the basketball. They get the good high percentage 15-foot shot from the baseline. That is a tough defense to play against this CSKA team. On the other hand, Milano is really having difficult trying to guard them on a one-on-one situation. They're just overmatched right now.
Šишkauskas with that make goes to 9 points. Is Moscow with a fantastic balance to their attack. Šишkauskas with 9, Lorбек with 6, 12 for Lэngdon, 8 for Hrяпа, 9 for Mоррис. You get the picture.
Yeah, well, that's a trademark. They have a great balance attack. They got a lot of depth. They play together as a team. They're just a very well-experienced team.
How about that block by Terrence Morris?
Oh, that was nice. He just waited, and then at the last minute went up and blocked the shot.
Top runner is good for David Hawkins, now with 8 points. Hawkins averaged 22 points a game his final year at Temple. Not putting up those kind of numbers as a professional, but a guy who really gets it done. Lэngdon with a catch and shoot near side, and the hot shooting for CSKA continues. 15 for Lэngdon. It's his third 3.
You got to get up on him. He's having a great game, but we do know he can shoot the basketball, and that's not a surprise.
Hawkins misses from the other wing, and now it is J.R. Holden to bring it up.
But Milano's got to get back in this game. They got to get some stops. They got to pick up the intensity here on the defensive end.
Largest lead of the game now, 27 points.
Yeah, and that's a good play there on the defensive end. They got the ball. Now come down, get a good high percentage, move the basketball.
3.5 minutes gone in the third quarter. Bulleri picked up 3 fouls in the first half. Now back out on the floor. Rocca had it taken away. Now it's Holden. Quick ball movement in transition. Šишkaускas had a good look. Long rebound to Hokkins. Hokkins doesn't have numbers, kicks it out. Bulleri, back iron on the 3. And a foul on Trajan Längdon.
Well, Rocca is charging the boards. He does that very, very well. You know, he actually led the EuroLeague in offensive rebounds back in 06-07 when he was with Napoli. That's one thing we know he can do. He can bang the boards, and particularly on the offensive end.
Saw it there. Armani Jeans Milan with the basketball. And now it's Bulleri. Gets a screen from Katelinas. Holden stays with him. Mordente steps back beyond the arc and rattles down to 3.
Boy, he earned it that time. Good defense, but much better offense. That's something that we know he also can do, is shoot the 3.
Single 3-pointers in each of the first 3 quarters gives Mordente 9 points for the game.
And Milano wants to stay in that 2-3 zone. Good hands that time by Mordente.
The CSKA ball on the side, 9 on the shot clock. There, good look at Terrence Morris, who played college ball at the University of Maryland. A little bit in the NBA with Houston and Orlando. Tough leaner, won't go for Trajan Längdon.
And we saw the good defense that time by Milano. Not a good shot selection by Längdon. You will see that very rarely. But 1 and out on the offensive end.
Another miss from Bulleri. That time the 3 in transition, just past the halfway point of the third quarter. CSKA with the ball and a fantastic performance so far, shooting the basketball, running their offense, defending. They are in mid-season form in their EuroLeague opener.
Well, you know, they went to the United States and had 2 games against the NBA, the Orlando Magic, and then went up to Canada and played the Toronto Raptors. Got blown out in Orlando, but played reasonably well against Toronto and got a good experience in playing those games.
Absolutely. And there was some wondering whether that type of travel could affect the start of their EuroLeague season. Of course, that was just wrapped up this past weekend. So,
well, they played 1 game in the Russian league, and of course, this is their first EuroLeague, second game that you might say matters for the season. But they are in mid-season form without question here. They're moving the basketball, making the extra pass, and Holden knocks down that 3.
Now he's got 8 points, just 10 shy of the 2,000-point career mark in EuroLeague competition. And a foul on Alexei Savrassenko will send Rocca to the free throw line with his Armani Jeans Milano team down by 27 at the hands of the defending EuroLeague champs. 61-34. 3:40 to go in the third quarter. You're watching EuroLeague basketball on ESPN. Mark Brown along with Gail Goodrich. And this is in white, the Armani Jeans Milano team from Italy, getting beaten badly by the defending champion CSKA Moscow group. But that was a good-looking play as Rocca scored on the cut to the basket.
Yeah, nice screen and roll. CSKA stepped out, doubled the ball. Hawkins.
Trajan Längdon left alone, missed the 3. Mordente will push it up after the rebound. Bulleri into the lane and back out for Hawkins. Hawkins off the screen, gives it up. Mike Hall cannot hit, and J.R. Holden gets the rebound and will take it up.
Yeah, Milano continues to shoot the 3s. I don't know what the number is, but they're putting up a lot of them at this point. And you know, they're just getting nothing down low. And CSKA's doing a nice job of closing out on the perimeter shooter. And Milano just, they can't make the shot. And they're just not getting good, what I consider high percentage shots. You got to go inside and make the defense drop down a little bit. Here we see Längdon on the other offensive. Good hands that time by Mordente. And ball goes off Längdon out of bounds.
So a turnover for CSKA, but they can afford it at this point with a 25-point advantage. It's been as high as 27 for a couple of minutes here in the third quarter. Mike Hall with the fake and gets into the lane, lost control and traveled.
Yeah, a little bit out of control. Trying probably to do a little bit too much. He gets bumped. Well, I don't know. He didn't get bumped there. Maybe a little bit. Didn't get the call.
Victor Messina
looks a little pretty relaxed there.
Sure. Not always the case, but it is today.
And Holden is heating up as he knocks down another three.
He's now into double digits with 11 points, 7 points shy of the 2,000 mark as Rokka gets another two close to the hoop.
Again, Rokka's very good with going out the basketball, and here he just moves to the open spot. Savrasенko a little slow at recovering there, and Rokka gets the layup. And Milano continues to stay in this 2-3 zone.
Planinik from the wing misses the three. David Hawkins coming up on a minute and a half to go in the third, and he hits the three in transition. Hawkins in double digits as well now after that hoop. Still a 23-point advantage for CSKA. Hryapa holding out front. Holden for three. Rebound Planinik. Šишkauskis didn't even look at the basket. Says, let's work some clock.
Yeah, it just sort of goes to show you about the discipline on this CSKA team. They are very unselfish. They're running their zone offense right now. Now one-on-one with Savrasенko. A little bit out of control that time. Does not get a good look.
And Hawkins fouled by Šишkauskis. You know, it is pretty striking, Gail. You got the reigning EuroLeague MVP right there, and Šишkauskis with a wide open look at a three.
Yep.
And he's a phenomenal shooter.
Yes, he is.
And he just did, like you said, hey, let's stick to the game plan.
Exactly. Move the basketball, hit the open man. Everybody touches the ball. And it just shows the discipline that Messina has instilled in this team. And you know, that's the reason that they are the defending champs.
42 seconds to go in the third quarter.
They know that they can get a shot anytime they want. Another screen and roll for Rokka there. And so there is a little bit of defensive lapse going on here with CSKA, and I'm sure Messina will mention that the next time out.
Armani Jeans Milan has finally found something that's working a little bit, but their hole that they've dug is so deep. Nice help defensively there to remain CSKA ball over in the corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 18.9 on the game clock.
Well, we're going to see here Hryapa goes around nice and brings the defense. Good pass, but a great recovery that time by Hall to make the block.
That was Sasha Khan's first touch. He spent the last 4 seasons at the University of Kansas, crowning that with a NCAA national championship this past spring and getting his first EuroLeague action for the young player originally from Russia. Planinik gets in the lane. Out for Hryapa. Nice fake. Checks the feet. Can't hit the three. There's Sasha Khan with the offensive rebound. 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Holden just inside the arc, and he rattles it in to close out the third. CSKA piling it on against Armani Jeans Milano as we head to the fourth. Ready to start the fourth quarter in Moscow. CSKA with the advantage over Armani Jeans Milano, 66-43.
Yeah, and Holden really has picked up his offense here in the third quarter. Hit a couple of threes, another deuce. So he might hit this. Get his 18 points at this rate and get it over the 2,000 mark. We'll see.
In EuroLeague competition, only 2 other men have that distinction. Marcus Brown, who has played for a number of teams, but most recently just joining Maccabi Elite in Israel. And, of course, Luis Scola, the finest big man on the continent, and now over in the NBA. pull-up jumper from beyond the arc won't go for Joby Thomas.
Yeah, that's not a good shot. Not a lot of movement. Again, nothing going inside, everything on the perimeter. You can get that shot anytime you want. I don't like that shot, that selection at all.
Hryapa has it knocked away by the quick hands of Hawkins. Scramble for the ball. Hryapa gets it back. Zisis wants the leaner just inside the arc, and he buries it for a 25-point advantage.
Yeah, you stop and think about CSKA. Zissis is just really a good shooter, a good solid player, true point guard. What kind of a team do you have when he can come off the bench here and in essence be like the third point guard, because they got Planić and they got Holden. He's going to get a lot of minutes. This is a good, solid player, and that just shows you the depth that CSKA has.
Member of the Greek national team, and take it one step further for CSKA. We talked about the 3 players they have in their lineup now who were first-team All-EuroLeague a year ago. They also have 8 players on their roster who played in the Beijing Olympics just a couple of months ago. So they continue to just have a loaded roster as far as talent's concerned.
Yeah, they got a lot of bodies that they could throw out there to play. A lot of players.
And what they've seemed to have done very well is there's plenty of talent out there in EuroLeague competition, but they have found the right talented players that all work together for Itor Messina, and it has paid off with big results. Planić draws the kicks out for Hryapa. Hawkins the rebound. 8:20 to go. This has been a thorough thumping from the opening minutes. Pepe Sal blocked by the helping Hryapa.
Great defensive play, great help by Hryapa there. And now it comes right back. But boy, he can pass the basketball. That's the third one we've seen. Just interior passing where he brings the defense comes to him, and then just looks and hits the big man underneath.
Finds Sasha Khan, who will get to the free throw line with 8:02 to go in the game. Khan, as we mentioned, a member of the Kansas Jayhawks national championship winning team, but it was really a key player for them for 4 years. The second round pick of Seattle in this past spring's NBA draft.
Seattle doesn't really have room for him right now, so they let him go over to CSKA, over here to Europe, let him get some experience. Maybe in a couple of years he might be ready to come back and have an impact in the NBA.
Johan Sangare comes up with a loose ball, pushes it up quickly. Joby Thomas gives it right back. 69-45 under 8 minutes to go. Armani Jeans Milan being challenged for every move on the court defensively right now by CSKA.
Yeah, with CSKA, we see it at every pick and roll. CSKA, the big men come out. They force the offensive player to take a big arc and allow the man to get back in defensive position. That's a good play that time. As
Joby Thomas,
yes, hits that.
Brought in for his shooting ability. Hasn't gotten much from the field today. Does have 5 points. Zisis, quick move inside and draws a foul.
CSKA continues to find the seams in this zone, and Zissis that time just goes right to the middle and draws the foul.
With just under 7.5 minutes to go, we'll take a timeout. You're watching EuroLeague basketball on ESPN. CSKA in control over Armani Jeans Milan. And welcome back to EuroLeague basketball on ESPN. Mark Brown along with Gail Goodrich. CSKA Moscow in their red home uniforms hosting Armani Jeans Milan. And Nicholas Zissis at the free throw line for the first of 2. CSKA a dominating performance here in their EuroLeague opener.
Well, absolutely, Mark. They've been very, very impressive. I like what they're doing as a team. They're moving the basketball. As a result, they're getting good high percentage shots, and they're knocking them down. They're also playing good defense. Just a good, solid performance for this first game in EuroLeague competition this year.
Marco Mordente gets a screen and hits the little leaner from the corner.
Well, right there we see the ability that Marco does have. He has the ability to shoot the basketball, as we all know, but he really can put the ball and get his own shot with the dribble. And that's really a sort of a lost art in basketball these days. Most players just get the ball and can either shoot the basketball or they can go all the way to the hoop. But Marco can pull up for that jumper. I like his game.
Harrison Lorbek, one of the 3 key additions for CSKA in this offseason. Foul, non-shooting foul. It'll be CSKA ball underneath. Trajan Längdon, they extend to him immediately. Now all the way across for Hryapa. Inside Lorbeck. It was tipped away by Joby Tомас. Now Längdon has it back. And Hryapa fouled out on the perimeter by Mike Hall.
Well, we see here that Milano has picked up their defense. They've coming out. There's a reach in, the foul. A little unnecessary foul that time. But by and large, I like the attitude and at least the hustle by Milano. They are not quitting. They've been outplayed badly in this ball game, but they're still trying out there. I mean, they're working at it hard. They're picking up their defense here.
Inside, Lorbeck has it stripped away. So they're still working, and then they push CSKA into a turnover. Tомас, tough shot and gets the roll.
Boy, that was a tough shot again, but you see the difference in the offense. Tомас comes down, there's no pass, putting the ball up immediately, where on the other hand, you look at CSKA and it's pass. It's pass. Moving the basketball.
Längdon left alone and buries another 3. You can't do that. Leave Trajan Längdon alone. He's got 18 points. The lead is back up to 23. 6 minutes to go. Mordente on the breakdown, blocked by the helping Lorbeck, and it'll stay with Armani Jeans Milano.
Yeah, nice help that time on the defensive end by Lorbeck. Every player for CSKA, they know where the ball is, so they're able to help out on the defensive end. They've got their man, but they also know where the ball is so that they can help defensively.
Pape Sal, not thinking about the 3, gives it back for Johan Sangare. Gives up the dribble. Now Mike Hall has it. 4 on the shot clock, and Hall is just simply grabbed. They're going to count the basket.
Oh, my.
Zisis grabbed the jersey, and he made it anyway.
Yeah, and we're going to see the look, the drive. There's the foul. Then there's a grab of the jersey. He continues. Actually, that's a pretty good call that he allows the continuation there. I didn't think so at first, but when I see the replay, that definitely he did not put the ball on the floor after he was fouled. And that's generally the rule. If you have to put the ball on the floor after you've been fouled, then they're not going to give you the continuation play. But he did a nice job of flipping that ball up there once he had the foul.
Yeah, he turned about 360 in midair after he was spun around by the jersey grab. That goes right into week 1 EuroLeague top 10 plays. I got to think.
I think so.
Put it in there.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. We're going to see the drive by Planić. Sort of loses his balance a little, continues to get the foul.
Now Planić will get to the free throw line. Averaged 10.5 points last season in EuroLeague competition when he was a member of Pau Ceramica from Vitoria, Spain. They were a quality team, certainly during his tenure and even before that. Spent 2 seasons with them, now has a 2-year deal to join CSKA Moscow.
Well, he's got good size. He's got good vision. He's an unselfish player. He lacks a little real explosive quickness, but he's got good size, and that sort of makes up for it.
Sal makes a nice move in the lane to beat Lorbeck. 7 points. The man from Senegal did play college basketball in the United States at Fullerton State for 3 seasons. There's Planić. Drops it down for Morris. A lot of inside-out work here. Zisис will try again and fouled as he went for the pull-up.
Zissis is doing a nice job of really getting into the paint, of penetrating that zone. There's the foul, the reach. Continue up for the shot. Doesn't go, but he gets to the line for 2.
Zissis, a member of the Greek national team, was part of that team that won the European Championship in 2005. Now looking for his 10th point off the bench. A nice day for him.
Yeah, he's only played about 10-12 minutes. So he's been very productive and really given CSKA a big lift off that bench.
The lead is 21. Now under 5 minutes to go. And a foul. A hold will be called against Erazem Lorbek. Non-shooting foul and no bonus yet for Armani Jeans Milano. They will inbound underneath and having trouble doing so.
And I think Milano needs another out-of-bounds play. That was not very good. No one really broke for the ball. They looked a little confused. And as a result, the 5-second clock ran out. There was no spacing on that out-of-bounds play. Nowhere to throw the basketball. Speaking of spacing, you see that CSKA really has good spacing. Pass.
There's Zisis with a big gap there. Can't hit the jumper. Sow the rebound. Now it's Sangaре. Way across Joby Thomas. Crossing half court. He's in range. Buries a three.
He is a shooter. There's no question about that. That's his strength, and that's why he's in there.
Under 4 minutes to go. Šишkauskas down low, nearly has his arm taken off by Marco Mordente.
Mordente, that's a tough matchup to guard Šишkauskas. Šишkauskas was very well at the basketball. Look where he gets it, right underneath. Mordente, who is about 4 or 5 inches shorter. They call intentional foul there, but Šишkauskas, is about 6'9", and when he gets the ball in that low with that kind of size, there's nothing you really can do.
Outstanding shooter from anywhere on the floor, 83% from the line last year in EuroLeague competition. And here we are in week 1 of the new season. And, well, CSKA looks an awful lot like last season. Very good.
No, absolutely. I mean, this is a team that is certainly, their goal is to get back to the Final Four. And, of course, not only to get back to the Final Four, but to win another championship. And, they've been very impressive here tonight. And they're off to a good start towards, again, getting back to that Final Four, winning this Group D competition, which is actually Group D competition this year is really, really, I think, strong. You got Real Madrid in this competition. They got Partizan, Pilsen's in this division. So this is a strong Group D this year.
Sangare gave up the dribble. Got in the hands of Salva too late. Well, maybe not too late. He did get it off. No shot clock violation, but rebound to CSKA anyhow.
Yeah, but not a good high percentage shot, Mark. Really under duress. And just, again, not a lot going on the offensive end for Milano.
Šишkauskas with a nice up fake finds Lorбек, who is right in front of the rim to lay it in.
Well, Šишkauskas does a nice job of getting the defender off his feet, takes the dribble, penetrates, brings the defense to him, and then finds Lorбек underneath for the easy layup.
In the corner, Sangare gives it up. Mike Hall from beyond the arc, sizing up Terrence Morris. And Morris defends him well.
Again, a fall-away jump shot that time. Not good high percentage shot. And it's just, again, a one-on-one play. And Milano is not in sync offensively. And again, part of the reason I think would be because these players have not played together before. This is a brand new team. They have not had a long time of practice. And this team, I suspect, will get better as the season goes along as these players get used to playing one another. The one problem is, though, in group competition, you only have 10 games this year versus the 14 last year. So if they're going to be any kind of a contender in this Group D, they're going to have to get it together and get it together quickly.
Definitely a steep challenge for this team, completely remaking itself. New coach, 10 of 12 men on the roster turned over, and obviously having a very difficult first week draw against the defending EuroLeague champions, and CSKA has looked every bit that on their way to right now a 24-point advantage. About midway through the second quarter, this became a 20-point game and has continued. at that or above throughout.
Well, it certainly did have a tough draw here, right there. Oh, my. The percentages are not with you when you shoot that kind of a shot. You know, but they had a tough draw here. There's no question. You know, CSKA is very good at home. They've won 16 straight over the last 2 years. And for Milano to have to come in here and open the season in Moscow here, that's a tough situation.
Oh, Zisis buries a three. 1:37 left, 85-59. 12 points off the bench for Zisis. Meanwhile, well, Piero Bucci knew this was not going to be a job that provided instant results, to be sure. A complete rebuild for Armani Jeans Milano, and not coming off the greatest of success in EuroLeague recently.
Well, you know, they did not have a real success last year in EuroLeague competition, and they came in and they decided, okay, we're going to overhaul the team, and went out and got all new players. But that's tough, you know, to do and to bring them together as a unit. And you know, there are no superstars on this team, so they have to play together. Fundamental basketball, and you know, that just sometimes takes some time, and it appears that they're just not ready to come together yet.
Down low, Lorbek gets the jump hook with great position. 1 minute to go. 87-59. 12 points for Lorbek in his first EuroLeague game with his new team.
Well, we've seen him. He's having a fine ball game. We've seen him go down low now with the jump hook. We see him step outside and knock down the jumper. So there's real versatility in Lorbek, and you know, obviously a good acquisition over the summer for CSKA.
There's Mike Hall. Advantage on Zissis, but help comes quickly. Sao inside, banks it in. But this is going to be much too little and much too late against a CSKA team that certainly lost a couple of key guys in Papaloukas and Anderson, but replaced them with 3 more quality players. Zissis will try again. Hey, how about 15 points off the bench for Zissis? Another three-pointer.
Boy, it's nice when you can come off the bench and look at his form. I mean, imbalance, just a perfect shot there. And he's been real big off the bench. 15 points in about 15 minutes. So
yeah,
he's been a real contributor tonight.
One of 5 men in double digits for CSKA, still competing inside defensively, but Sao just too much in there, as he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. We'll try to close this one out. Still 1.3 seconds left on the clock. Now, CSKA shot 62% from 2-point range, 52% from 3-point range. Got to the line 3 times as many times as Armani Jeans Milano. It's been a dominating performance.
Absolutely. You know, they got 9 steals. You know, 20 assists.
Wow.
Versus what, the 7 for Milano. So you can see that they have played together. They're an experienced basketball team, and they just got a lot of talent.
So that'll do it. 90-64 is your final. CSKA Moscow with a 26-point victory at home over Armani Jeans Milano. So, Gail, how do you think those couple of changes that Moscow have made